Well, good morning, everybody. And this morning we are putting the spotlight on pet first aid because knowing what to do in an emergency could save your furry friend's life. CPR and safety expert Gail Gould is here with this gorgeous dog, Whiskey, right? This is your baby.
Yes,
and
thank you
she's
so
such
much.
a sweetheart. Okay. I love that we are here doing this segment because I've had some emergencies with my pets, and so I feel like we just don't get a lot of training. What are some household hazards that people often overlook that can put our dogs, cats, pets at risk?
Well, some of the household hazards that could put your pets at risk, first one are foods. I think most people know that foods such as chocolate, onions, garlics, grapes, raisins, these are all toxic to your pets. And so if your pets ingest some of these, you do want to call poison control at 1-800-222-1222. You actually can call poison control for your pets as well as humans. Her predecessor, about 5 years ago, I was out walking him, and when I was walking him, he went to the bathroom, and I noticed about 10 to 15 cherry pits in his stool. And I was like, oh no, he obviously dug his head deep into the trash can and ate the cherry pits. So I Googled it, and cherry pits have arsenic. So I called poison control, and they said, watch for signs of lethargy, vomiting. If that starts to happen, call your vet. But he was a trooper, he was okay, but you absolutely can call poison control. I met somebody recently whose dog ate Advil.
Oh gosh, that's scary.
Right.
I mean, last Easter, I'm gonna admit it, my dog got a 3-pound chocolate bunny.
Oh no.
And it was poison control that really walked us through,
Yes.
and then it provided information for me to give to the vet.
Yes.
He ended up being fine, and I know we always tell people, watch your Easter candy, but nobody told my kids that. So it happens, more than you think.
Yes.
Let's talk about choking. I remember that Oprah Winfrey's dogs had this terrible tragedy where the dog choked on a round, smooth ball that the dog was playing with. And I've always wondered, so what should we do if a dog or a cat is choking?
It's such a good question. Well, the first thing you want to do if your dog is choking, and you'll know your dog is choking because they're pawing at their face, they're drooling, they're gagging, they're coughing, they're rubbing their face on the ground. So what you want to do, the first thing you want to do is open their mouth and look for it. And if you see it, sweep it out. What you don't want to do is put your finger in there and blindly fish around because it's too easy to push it farther down.
Oh, okay.
So if you don't see it, for a dog small like her, what you want to do is you stand right over it and you give back slaps.
Okay.
And after each back slap, you want to go look in the mouth. If you see it, sweep it out. If you don't see it, give another back slap. The other thing you could do for a small dog is lift them up by the hind legs and give them a gentle shake and then go look in the mouth. Now for dogs larger than 15 to 20 pounds, you can actually do an abdominal thrust.
Okay, like a Heimlich. Okay.
Yes, like a Heimlich. Make a fist and give an abdominal thrust. If it's a large dog, I don't know how large your dog is.
Mine's only about 25 pounds.
25 pounds. Well, you can either do this, you can also stand them up and give an abdominal thrust.
Okay.
If it's a really large dog, you can lean over them like this and again do an abdominal thrust right beneath the rib cage.
Okay.
And
just like we would a human. I mean, those
yes.
same tips, right?
Yes.
Okay, so talk to us about how do we prepare for these emergencies? Our minds go almost blank when something is going wrong.
Right.
How do we prepare without feeling overwhelmed?
Well, the Red Cross has a really comprehensive app called Pet First Aid.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and you can download it. It has every medical emergency that known to man on this app. This is a long time ago. I was out walking one of my dogs, and she had a seizure while we were walking. Oh, it was very, very scary. Of course, I rushed her to the emergency vet, and that's how I found out she had mitral valve prolapse.
Okay, and so you were able to figure that out.
Yes.
I would also tell everybody, know where your 24/7 vet is, right? I mean,
Yes.
because your vet outside of normal hours, you need to make sure that you can get them. Mine is
Yes.
Gulf Coast. I know that they're open 24/7.
Yes.
And they're not that far from my house. I think that helps before you need them.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Well, we're out of time, but thank you so much for bringing your baby in. Do you
Thank
have a
you.
website or anywhere that you want people to go to get all this?
I do. My website is cprandsafetylady.com. And I actually have on my Instagram account videos of giving her CPR.
Oh,
not
okay.
real CPR.
Yeah, but you never know when you might need it.
Demonstration,
Okay, Gail,
yes.
thank you for coming
Thank
in.
you,
We gotta
Alana,
go
for
check it
having
out.
me.
Wow.
Sheeta, you've got a big baby at
I-
home, and you didn't really probably think about training for this, but it's not a bad idea.
No, it's a great idea. Is that a Schnauzer?
Is she Schnauzer?
Yes.
Yes, a mini. Yes.
Oh my goodness!
So
For
cute.
18, well, almost 18 years, I had a miniature Schnauzer, and oh my, that is a very well behaved miniature
She's
Schnauzer.
so good.
That mine was not that well behaved.